Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're someone who likes to understand not just what works in the workplace, but why it works in the workplace, then you're in the right place. Today we're going to be looking at my top method for meetings, so that you never have to have a pointless meeting ever again. Have you ever left a meeting thinking, what was the point in that? You close your laptop, you gather your notes, if you made any, and you leave annoyed. Well, I'm telling you, you're not annoyed, you're angry. And that anger isn't random. That anger is telling you something. It's telling you that a boundary has been broken. But what boundary, you ask? That is what we are going to unpack. Most people think that meeting frustration comes from time wasted, poor leadership, or endless tangents. And yet, sure, they don't help. But there's something going on at a deeper level. Before you go into that meeting, a little movie is happening inside your head. It's telling you it'll be this much time, we're going to discuss this, and I think this, that, and the other. You've already got it laid out. But the issue is, every other person in that room also has a movie going on inside their head. When expectations are not set clearly at the beginning of a meeting, all of your movies start to collide. And this is where your boundary is broken. You expected clarity, you got chaos. You expected progress, you got politics. And your brain starts to say, never again. Last year, I went to a meeting about aligning our next steps. 20 minutes in, everyone's talking about something completely different. 40 minutes in, nobody's taken any notes. And an hour in, someone says, so what are our next steps? We were in professional improv. Everyone talking, no structure and no progress. I walked out thinking, there has got to be a better way. And, spoiler alert, there is. It's what I call the T.O.P method. If you want to have a T.O.P meeting, you need to set out a micro contract from the start. It takes about 60 seconds, but it changes everything. T.O.P stands for T, time, O, objectives, and P, psychological safety. Let's break that down into more detail. First, time. How long is this meeting actually going to be? Say it out loud. Okay, everyone, we're going to finish this in 30 minutes. Fingers crossed, we'll have 5 minutes at the end to grab a coffee before your next meeting. That one sentence immediately sets a boundary. It signals to people that I respect your time and that we're here for a reason. People are more focused when there is a time constraint. Next up, it's objectives. Now this is where most meetings go off the rails. You need to decide and you need to pinpoint what success looks like for you in this meeting. Are you here to share updates? Are you here to decide on something? Are you here to gather ideas? It doesn't matter what it is, but it needs to be really clear. If you can't finish this sentence, then please do not start the meeting. By the end of this meeting, we will have decided exactly what to drop from the project. Finally, it's psychological safety. This is the most important part of the T.O.P model. It's completely invisible, but it's what will make or break your team. If people don't feel seen, they won't speak. If they don't feel heard, they'll disengage. And if they don't feel valued, there's no point in even starting the meeting. You need to sense check the emotional temperature of the room. You can do this by saying something like, before we start, is there anything on people's minds that we need to clear up so we can focus on this? If one of your team members comes up with something that says, do you know what? This is more important right now and I can't focus on that. You need to make a decision. whether you're going to cancel the meeting that you thought you were going to have and have a different one, or carry on with this, but acknowledging that that is something you're going to pick up at a later point. Whichever response you have to your team, it shows to them that you've seen them, that they are heard, and that they are valued. This psychological safety part takes about 10 seconds, but it opens the door to honesty. And honest meetings are productive meetings. Here's an example of what it might sound like in real life.
Hi everyone, hope you're okay. This meeting's going to take about 30 minutes. Fingers crossed we'll finish 5 minutes early so that you can get a coffee before your next one. In this meeting, I really just want to discuss exactly what's going to be dropped from the project. But before we start, is everyone all right? Is there anything on anyone's minds that we really need to clear up before we focus on this?
That's it. In less than a minute, you've created clarity, trust, and boundaries, all before anyone even speaks. And that's because you're using the T.O.P method. So, next time you're in a meeting thinking, what is the point in this? I want you to stop and ask, did we ever agree on our T.O.P? Because if you didn't, then that's your cue to use the T.O.P method. If you found this helpful, hit like so we can reach more frustrated meeting survivors, and subscribe to experience more workplace training through a psychological lens, making work actually work. See you next time.